What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this. Yesterday, Unbiased did a fan mail, I believe. Well, he continued to try to deceive and worm his way out of things and try to do these rebuttals every time we bust him upside his head and expose him as the lying, evil, dirty dude that he is. Simple as that. So he continued to lie to the battle rap community and his supporters. And he told his supporters that the reason why he's out on bond, well, he ain't even calling it bond no more. The reason why he's free and he's not going to never go to court again and nothing like that, even though we just played on my other blog, him admitting that he's not free, that he got to go to court, that he hoping that his lawyers could get the cases thrown out, even though they denied all his other 30 motions, but somehow he think his lawyer's gonna get his cases through out, even though they didn't throw out none of the motions. But according to him, he's free. And they're not pursuing him no more. He no longer have to go to court or anything because he got the paperwork showing that the DNA test kits and rape kits were negative. That's what he said on his show. He got the paperwork proving the DNA kits was negative. They don't have lack of evidence against him. Even though he was indicted by a grand jury of 23 people when they indicted him, who felt there was more than enough evidence to get an indictment. So he was indicted by a grand jury. But according to him, they don't have no information at all. And that's why he's free. Even though he on a $100,000 bond. But that's what he said. I want to propose a challenge to you. Not a bet. You don't have to put up no money. I'm going to put up the money. I just want to show your supporters how much of a lying, dirty, evil dude you is and how you lie to them all the time. How you lie to them all the time. In fact, I need to put up this screenshot of one of your supporters who left you as a result of finding out you just a liar. That you just a liar. And he can't support a guy charged with these egregious, heinous acts you committed allegedly against these women. Against these women. And even in this text message between the two of you, this right here even show you just a liar. You just a liar. All you do is lie. Let's look at it. So this is him, one of his supporters talking. That's Unbiased in the gray. And his supporter says to him, so they charged you twice for the same thing? Where did the sodomy come in? This unbiased guy, they texting each other. He feels comfortable with them, telling them everything. And Unbiased responds, I was arrested in 2017 for that one case. Now because she said I was an Uber driver, after getting arrested, They looked at a cold case. The cold case he talked about in the redemption blog that he sold the battle rap community that was a lie, that goes back to 2015. That's what he meant by cold case, the cold case. He talking about Shannon. Look what he said. They looked at the cold case files. There were 4 Uber drivers and found a similar case. Light brown guy, short hair, driving a black SUV, 18 assault van, a Uber driver. It was from 2015 and they added the case to the 2017 case and gave me 3 more charges, including the sodomy. They are able to add those charges under probable cause. Since they had a more stronger case from the 2017. Now he admitting the Kiera case is stronger. He admitting guilt right then and there. So even though I didn't have anything to do, listen at this clearly, y'all. Even though I didn't have anything to do with the 2015 case, I fit a description and got charged. That's what he told the battle rap community. That he fit the description of the 2015 cold case and he got charged. That's what he said. That's what he said. He was charged because he fit a description. There go before y'all very eyes. I showed that to y'all. But the paperwork shows otherwise. That was not the case. In that 2015 case, matter of fact, let's go to it. You know, we're going to go to that. We're going to go to that 2015 case. We're going to go to that 2015 case and open this up some. Let's go to this 2015 case. Hold on. That he lying about. And I'm finna put this money up for. I'm just trying to find it. Okay, I believe it's. Let me see. Just want to make sure I got this right. Okay. I'm sorry. I just saw something that caught my attention. Okay, hold on. Okay. 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 Believe it's right here. Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm in the wrong document. This is what I'm trying to show you. Let me get to this document. I was in the wrong document. I'm sorry. It's right here. Okay, I got it. So let's go to this 2015 rape that he lied about in the redemption blog, that he just lied to his supporter and friend of his inside the text messages they was having between one another, or why this guy no longer supports him and rock with him. Let's read that. Let's read that specific rate. Okay. Believe it's right here. Remember, he said it was a cold case. I need some water. Share the screen with y'all. Can y'all see that? Remember, he said it was a cold case. So he said this was a cold case. And in this cold case, let's read it. Okay, so here we go. Let's read the 2015 rate. He said he had nothing to do with. Remember what he said in that text message. He had nothing to do with the 2015, and that rate was just put on him because he fitted the description. Okay, here we go. Here's the paperwork. Ms. Romanowski is the state's attorney, the DA, and she began to say, okay, so the court says, sorry, Ms. Romanowski, go ahead. Ms. Romanowski said, yes, Your Honor. And essentially on August 1st of 2015, the victim in that case indicated that she agreed to get a ride to get some gas for her vehicle from an unknown male. She described him just as the same exact description as the other victims indicate. He was driving an SUV. The suspect in that case passed several different gas stations and did not stop. She advised him several times to let her out. And that is when the suspect drove her into 5040 Snapfinger Woods Drive, which is a family practice group on that road, in the parking lot. He forced oral sex and intercourse with this victim. Although he did not have weapons, the victim indicated that he said, if you make a mother effing move, I kill you. Because she was in fear, she complied. And remember, this is an ex-Navy Marine. A lot of y'all didn't know that. This man is an ex-Navy Marine, professionally trained in weaponry and hand-to-hand combat. And he was in active duty. The defendant did use a condom and then forced sex. He then ejaculated on her face and then fled the scene. She immediately ran to the nearest location where there was people, contacted law enforcement. She had no idea who this person was, and so the case was open. It was a pending case, but for the DNA, let me say that again, but for the DNA that was found on her face from what she said matches this defendant. The DNA that was left on her face matches this defendant. The DNA on her face matches this defendant. They ran his DNA through. And it matched the defendants. He said he wasn't there. He said he had nothing to do with it. So how would this lady you never seen, you had nothing to do with, how she wearing your nut on her face? How was she wearing your nut on her face? So now we have to believe if you lied about that, then you have to be guilty of what you did to her. Because according to you, you never was even there. You don't even know what this is. You were wrongfully charged because you fit a description. But this clearly says you was arrested because of DNA. You was arrested because of your DNA. That's what that say. And if we go back a little further, it go a little deeper because it actually explains Kiara's situation. If we go back up, it'll show you where, right here. Watch this. Let me go back a little bit. So the second case, this case arose because law enforcement, they did a swab. They had a search warrant. They did a swab. They got DNA. They entered it into the bank, and it came up with a hit from an August 2015 allegation. According to the preliminary hearing, this allegation is involving Miss Shannon Smith. So they found another they swabbed his mouth. They swabbed your mouth, Unbiased, and they swabbed your mouth, and they found that it was a perfect match for Shannon. Now, so they did a swab on his mouth, and it matched. And it matched Shannon's, who he never seen, who he never was around, who he had nothing to do with. But she got his DNA. Yeah, I wonder how you're going to get out of that one. I really do wonder how you're going to get out of that one. So, that right there just got you to the wrong, bro. I mean, I don't know how you're going to get out of that one. So, I got a bet. I got a bet I want to pose to you, brother. I got a bet I want to pose to you. Since you told your subscribers that the DNA came back negative on Shannon and Kiara, that's why you free. I got $2,000 in cash if you can present any paperwork to show that your DNA from Karen and Shannon wasn't a myth. Not Kiara. I meant Kiara. Kiara and Shannon, the two rapes you charged with. The two rapes you charged with. I want to make a bet. I bet that you can't produce no paperwork to prove that that's true. You lied to your supporters again. You lied to the battle rap community again. I got $2,000 for you if you could show paperwork. You don't have to put the $2,000 up. I'm giving it to you. If you could show, I got $2,000 if you could show for you. If you could show that your DNA came back negative from Kiara and Shannon. I got $2,000 for you. Just that simple and easy. Just that simple and easy. So watch this, y'all. I want to play this one for you too. Okay, watch this. Watch this. This the other rape. Watch this. Come on, Unbias. Because you saying the rape kits came back negative. Okay, well, I gave y'all Shannon's when they got the nut off her face. Here go the other one. About 30 minutes later, he came to her home, picked her up, talking about Kiara, picked her up. She got into the front passenger seat. When they turned the corner onto another street, it's Asbury Drive, which is where the incident took place. He began touching her. She told him to stop, at which point he pulled over, got on top of her, and forced penile penetration of her vagina. While she continued to plead for him to stop, right after he got off of her, when he finished, he did not have a condom. He did not have a condom. Just want to make sure y'all see that. He did not have a condom. She believed that he did ejaculate inside of her. She kept begging him to stop and let her go. He did then go back to the driver's seat. As he was doing that, she began to open the door, at which time he began to speed up to drive off. She indicated that the car was never turned off. It was just placed in park when he forced himself on her. She tried to grab her phone, at which time he took it from her. And then as she was asking him and pleading for him to stop the vehicle, he would not, and started accelerating, at which point she fell out of the vehicle because she was a few blocks away from her home. She began running home and ran into the neighbor. That neighbor immediately saw the injuries about her body from falling out of the vehicle, took her to the hospital, where she was immediately disclosed that she had been raped. She immediately disclosed that she had been raped. And a sexual assault kit was done. That has all been sent to the GBI for testing. On the way to the hospital, though this victim actually did spot the defendant's vehicle and was able to get a partial plate. Because she did not have her phone, she obviously did not have her phone, or should I say the defendant's phone number anymore. So the police got in contact with the initial person who gave her that contact information. The very next day, or should I say the very next night after, another female was leaving the club. She had been intoxicated and did not believe she could drive. She could not find her friends, at which point a male with the exact same description as the defendant was in the same exact description as the vehicle the day before, a black SUV, essentially came up upon her, stated that he gives ride and he can give her a ride. She indicated that she did not have any money for it, at which point he said that's fine. When she realized that he was going the wrong way, she asked him to stop. At that point, he threatened her and said essentially she had to do whatever he wanted. He then forced her to commit oral sodomy on him, at which point he then told her to take her underwear off. She did not obviously want anything to go further than this, so she decided that jumping out of the vehicle was a better idea than to be raped at that point. A witness actually saw her jumping out of the vehicle, someone she never seen before. They were able to get partial plates of that same black vehicle that the female that day before indicated had raped her. And essentially, the police were able to do a phone ping to that cell phone number, which was brought us to the defendant's home. They got a search warrant, and based upon this, the defendant's phone that he used for the phone calls with the victim was actually hidden in the closet. And they just simply called it and were able to find it. Her phone was found hidden in a bag in the attic. Her phone was hidden in the attic. And so based on that, the state believed that he is an absolute danger to the community. You know, so one girl said you nutted in her. The other girl said you nutted on her face. DNA kits came back proving that you were telling a lie. You know what's crazy about you? You is an actual retard, brother. I'm gonna keep it 100. You are an actual retard. You is retarded as hell. You already on record admitting that you did have sex with Kiara. So why would you tell your supporters that you got paperwork showing that the test results were negative? When you admitting to having sex with this woman and your lawyer actually arguing you had sex with these two women. Your lawyer ain't arguing you didn't have sex with these women. Your lawyer is admitting you having sex with both these women, and the argument he's using is that you didn't pay them. But you telling your supporters you got paperwork of no evidence of these DNA kits not linking up with you, and that's why you free. So to prove you a liar to you and your supporters, I'm giving up $2,000 if you could provide the paperwork like I just did. I showed paperwork of them showing that you nutted in them and that you nutted on their face. I'm showing paperwork of them same two girls showing that your mouth was swabbed and it linked up to them. That's why you were charged with these cases, because the DNA matched. You just told your supporters on your fan mail the other day that you got paperwork showing that the DNA kits didn't match. And that's why you free. That's what you told them on your fan mail. That you could show paperwork of that. He tricked and deceived y'all. He's a liar. He trying to tie all the girls in together. What he really trying to tell y'all, and this is how he trying to trick y'all. These are the little tricks he do. The girl Cameron, who he didn't get the bust a nut inside of, a rape kit was dead on her. They tried to get his DNA out of her mouth because he forced her to give her head, and then wanted to try to have sex with her, and she jumped out of the car. But because he didn't leave no semen or nothing in her mouth, they wasn't able to get a positive DNA match from her mouth because he never got the bus and never left anything in her mouth. So that came back negative. But he told y'all that was for all the girls so that y'all can believe him. Them the tricks that he do. But that's why I'm glad we got the paperwork. You are a liar. You are a perverted, wicked, evil man. And you can't help it because something just wrong with you. You're looking through the window. Is anyone inside? I can't help but see you running often through my mind, helpless like a baby. When it comes to my night, and I'm so glad I found you. Come and get into this ride. He can't help it. If he wanted to, he couldn't help it. Even if he could, he couldn't help it. If he wanted to, he couldn't help it. No, he can't help it. If he wanted to, he couldn't help it. Even if he could, he can't help it. If he wanted to, couldn't help it. No. This dude's sick. He got a problem. He can't help but rape. He can't help it. He allegedly committed back-to-back rapes on the 17th and 18th. He didn't even give himself a break. He went right back at it like, like he actually clocking in to work. Like that's a job. So I got $2,000, player. I'm challenging you. Yeah, I challenge you. Provide any paperwork showing that Kiara's rape kit came back negative with your DNA. And that Shannon rape kit came back negative with your DNA. If you can provide any of that paperwork, and this is not a bet. This is not a bet. I just want to show your supporters how evil, wicked, corrupted, nasty, and trifling you is. And how you don't give a damn about them. And you lied to them. So I just want to say this to them. I'm giving y'all master, y'all boss, y'all God who y'all worship and praise, that's allegedly raping these black women. I'm giving him $2,000 if he can provide the paperwork he lied to y'all about, that his rape kits came back negative with Kiara and Shannon. If he can show and provide that, I'm giving him $2,000, and I'm putting my name and my brand on it. So y'all inbox him, y'all share this, y'all get it to him. Let's see.